Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Happily Booked, the book cast, or Two Kindred Spirits. Believe that the pursuit of happiness is the same thing, more or less, as reading a good book and just being able to chit-chat about it. We're your hostesses, Brooke and
Beck.
And welcome back to our second episode of season 4. And of course, we're experimenting with with things. So lighting isn't 100%. It's okay. We have this new backdrop that Becky's sister donated to the cause. And we've got little knickknacks we're going to try to hang on here somehow.
Yeah.
I feel like it does sort of wash us out a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Maybe the hangings will help with that.
Maybe. Yeah. So, also, if Becky seems like she's on fire, it's because there's a heater warming her little toesies and stuff.
Shine bright like a diamond.
There you go. So, we're experimenting with things. I'm going to adjust my chair. So, hold on. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I don't know. We're experimenting with things live on the podcast. Okay. So, I never know if I want to look at the camera, look at us on the screen, or look at you.
Yeah.
But I always feel like I do the best when I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm talking to you. Okay. Anyway. So, we've got some good news today.
Yes, we did.
I don't know if Caitlin listens. I know she maybe did a long time ago when we first started. But our sweet, precious, beloved friend is, her and her husband are now expecting a baby, and I'm very happy for them. I'm very excited for them. Also, good news, it's along the same lines. My sister-in-law is now also expecting a baby.
Yay!
She told us yesterday, so I'm just so happy for them. I think all of them, they're all going to be fantastic parents. I just can't wait to see. I'm trying not to, I don't talk to Caitlin too often now because she's off at her other job and all these things. I'm way down here or whatever. And so yesterday I was trying not to overwhelm my sister-in-law with questions.
Yeah.
Because yesterday was the day she told, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm sure people are, are you going to do a baby shower? Are you going to have a gender reveal? Are you going to do this? What if it's a boy? What if it's a girl? What are you going to name it? Where's it going to sleep?
Calm down, everybody.
So I'm sure she was getting a lot of questions. So I was trying to, calm down. So, but we're going to Colorado.
Yay.
Next month.
Okay.
So there is a date I won't be able to record.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that. And, so, I'm going to be thinking about Colorado books, first of all. But she's not going to go skiing now because she skis. And so now that she's expecting a baby, she doesn't want to go ski. And I'm like, I get it. I think technically you could because she'll only be 11, I think, weeks by it then, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I don't blame you for not wanting to.
Yeah.
And that means you can hang out with me because I'm not going skiing. So
if I went skiing, I would just actually go falling. So.
Right. Yeah, that's what I did when I went skiing.
Oh.
Was falling. I'm not opposed to lessons, but I don't want to do it by myself because I'm such a loser. So
that's understandable.
So whether it's another friend of mine goes and and wants to do skiing lessons, also if another friend of mine went, we could also just hang out. But I'd be down for that. Or Austin's you got to get Stetson started really early, so, next year or something. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what his plan is, what he wants to do with that. But, nice iced coffee. Yeah, anyway, the point of me saying all that was that they're having babies. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for Caitlin and Jesse. I'm so happy for Chelsea and Clint. I'm just so happy. So there's that.
I'm happy for them too.
Yeah.
For all of them.
Yeah.
Even Chelsea and Clinton, I don't really know them.
Yeah.
But babies are fun. I love babies.
Yeah. It's awesome. So, yeah. That was the good news. There's not really bad news, but I feel like me saying that was the good news made it seem like there was bad news. I could probably whip up a quote.
I have a physical book this week.
Do you have a quote?
I can find one real quick. And this is a good book.
Okay, yeah. You do it, girl.
You always do the quotes. I feel like I should.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, I think I found something. This is one of the first interactions that she has with her characters. So the author in the book, who is the main character, is Caroline, and her main character, one of them, is Rosamund. So let's see. Okay, here we go. I'll start here. Sudden absolute silence fell, the normal noises of the palace abruptly cutting off. Rosamund jumped to her feet and ran to the window. Outside, everything had frozen in place. The queen's pet phoenix perched on a flagpole in the courtyard, golden tail feathers glittering. Guards clad in blue and gold paused mid-step. A nobleman stood with one arm suspended in the middle of an expansive gesture. A woman appeared. Not through the door, nor the window. No. She simply blinked into existence at Rosamund's elbow. Her outfit was incongruously modern. A striped blue shirt, blue framed glasses, and tightly bunned red hair with a rollerball pin stuck through it. She and Rosamund were otherwise almost identical. And as the second woman appeared, the truth of the matter dropped into Rosamund's brain like a stone into a pond. I am the main character in this woman's story. I'll just leave it at that.
And that's crazy.
And her conversations with her characters are very funny.
Yeah. So the woman who appeared was the author writing the story that's in the story.
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Imagine, though, being Rosamund, right? That's her name.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, I'm not even like...
I'm not real.
I'm not real. It made me think of like, people have the crazy simulation theory.
Right.
It's like, oh, the whole world's a simulation?
Yeah.
We're not real? That's bonkers.
Wild.
Imagine. That's funny though. I like that. You're describing all of the phoenix perched and stuff. I was like, fantasy. Fantasy.
Yes.
I've been thinking about fantasy a lot. Bakey.
And that's our southern.
Uh-huh. I haven't read any fantasy though. Let me just go ahead and tell you. Honestly, it feels like I've not read like anything. So anyway, we'll get into that. But do you have any hauls?
I don't actually have a haul. And I was trying to remember the book that I got for Ella for Christmas. Emma is reading a book that a friend of hers asked her to read. It's a series. Let's see if I can see. Oh, here it is. She had this in the cart and I ordered it for her. It's a Rendezvous by Poppy Leanne. Let's see. What's it about? 2 university students in Paris navigate friendship, faith, and desire as they struggle with media pressure and family issues while contemplating a deeper relationship. So.
Sounds exciting. Who wanted that?
Ella. Says Poppy Leanne is a Christian author who dropped out of university at God's calling. Now she is passionate about writing stories for the girls who never felt like the Christian book Marker had anything to offer them. Marquette. That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Much more sense.
That's nice.
Yeah. So
I've been seeing, I don't know, I guess it's a part of my algorithm on Instagram. I'm not sure. But I thought it was random. And I've been seeing a lot of, I already see a lot of book-ish content. A lot of book videos suggesting books, whatever. I've been seeing a lot of advertisements for how they're marketed as Christian books. Right. Or books with Christian values in the characters. And I feel like that's I feel like that's just been something that suddenly happened on my algorithm, but who knows?
That's funny. Well, you know, our phones are listening to us.
That is true. So maybe it's heard me try to read my Bible recently, and it was like, oh, this girl wants some Christian fiction. So, I don't know. So, interesting. Okay. Do I have anything to haul? I ordered a book while we were upstairs.
What'd you order?
It was on the cart on Amazon because I got it. Facebook gets me, man. I don't know how they do it. They advertise all sorts of books to me, and I'm like, well, this does seem like something I'd like. And it is a book that popped up that way, and I was looking at it, and it actually took me to the author's website. I know I haven't said the book yet. It took me to like the author's website, and I was like looking at like how the book cover looks and like what it's about, and I was like, I think I gotta have it. I think I've got to get my grimy little fingers on it.
Do we have to wait till it comes to find out?
No. I'll go ahead and tell you. But it's not available on Kindle.
Oh.
Do you mind?
Whoever's doing it, stop.
I don't know. It's not available on Kindle. I was looking for it. They're always watching. Even though I went to the author's website, I then naturally went to Amazon instead. So, I'm sorry. Old habits die hard.
They probably get paid either way.
I think they do, but I don't think he's going to get paid as much as he would if it was off his website. I don't know, but I was going to go order it off of Amazon, so I'm sorry. So, it's called Rift by Thomas Asher. And this is like the little short. You know what? I'll just read the whole synopsis. Where is it? Tell me where it is. There it is. Let me read over the words, make sure I'm going to pronounce them correctly. Okay, I think we're good. We'll see. The year is 2053. Jerome Romy Powell leads a team of paleontologists to uncover a revolutionary find in the heart of northern Africa, one that renews hope for the revival of dwindling bird populations globally. Meanwhile, mitogens cloning technology sows the seeds of de-extinction, ushering a revival of some of Earth's most iconic megafauna. Nearly a century later, far beneath the Saharan sands of Algeria, I know how to say words. I swear I know how to say words. Lotta Eklund leads a team of physicists with the aim of uncovering the mysteries of our universe. Back at the surface, a trio of colossal domes form a proving ground for integrating self-sustaining ecosystems beyond our world. Veterinarian Camilla Perez oversees one dome in particular called the Ark, an artificial preserve teeming with sub-Saharan biodiversity, including de-extinct species not seen for centuries, and in some cases, millennia. That didn't help. How about this? In 2053, paleontologists discover hope for bird revival while cloning technology brings back extinct megafauna. By 2153, humanity faces brutal consequences of their scientific ambitions.
That was better said.
Thank you. I thought so. I did not make that up. It was right here. It's got dinosaurs in it. It's like a dinosaur science fiction horror novel.
Have they learned nothing from Jurassic Park?
Apparently not. He was heavily influenced by Michael Crichton. Obviously. Unless you wrote a book before Michael Crichton, anything with dinosaurs in it has probably now been influenced by Jurassic Park and The Lost World by Michael Crichton. Yeah, so I'm excited. I want to read it soon. So we'll see what happens. I hope it's
Okay.
good. If it's not good, I'm going to be very sad. That's my haul. That's the only haul I can think of. So, yeah. So, Becky.
Yeah.
What have you finished, if anything, since last time?
Oh, I have.
Yay!
Well, I probably... No, I think I talked about all my other things technically on the last episode that were before the first. All the Christmas books, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did.
So, okay, you're going to laugh at me. I was thinking, I like history.
Yeah, you do.
And there's a lot of people who like history.
Uh-huh.
And they like to read about it.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like they have been underrepresented in our podcast.
Oh, definitely.
So, I
For sure.
have made a decision to read history books this year. They won't all be history, and they won't all be like, some of them might be historical fiction.
Right.
But the very first book I read was The Culper Ring, which is about the first spies of America during the Revolutionary War.
Okay.
And it was very interesting.
I'm sure.
I do wish that I feel like I'm going to feel this way with all of the history books that I read. I'm going to wish that I had them physically so I can annotate them.
Yeah.
Take notes and look up things. But in the Culper Ring, the book about the Culper Ring, they also talked about, other books and other people. So the second book that I read was Common Sense by Thomas Paine, which actually was a book that he wrote to encourage people to revolt against England. So, and he uses common sense as to why they should, and not just like, well, we hate being ruled by someone else, we want to be ruled by ourselves, but it was like they broke their own constitution concerning us, and we're thousands of miles apart, so why should they rule us? Like, it is common sense.
Yeah.
And it didn't necessarily, I didn't necessarily agree with everything he said, which is another reason why I wish I had it physically, because it's also written in that old style of talking that they had in the late early 1800s. So it's like, it's a little bit harder to follow just by listening. And I wish that I could have read it. Maybe I would have agreed with everything he said, but I probably wouldn't have. But I wish that I could have like written out like why I didn't agree with that or whatever. Like, I wish I'd been able to do that. So
you can always reread it.
I can. But those are the first two books that I read for this year.
That's funny.
So you're welcome, historians.
if y'all are there, I hope so.
The full title of that Culper Ring book is actually The Culper Ring, The History and Legacy of the Revolutionary War's Most Famous Spy Ring. And it's by Charles River Editors. Maybe that's just the editing company. And then the other one, go back. Oh, I said that already. Common Sense is by Thomas Paine. So
I feel like I've heard that name before. Thomas Paine.
I'm sure you have.
But I'm also probably thinking of some, because a lot of times these days, if I have heard of a name, it's probably because I've seen it on a book. Mm-hmm. But I really doubt that I've seen.
Well,
maybe I have, though.
You probably studied Thomas Paine in school.
Yeah.
That's probably somewhere like back in the...
way back there.
So.
Like this big somewhere back there. No, that's interesting. Yeah. Reading historical books.
Yeah.
Nonfiction. Maybe some fiction.
Yeah.
I would have to have fiction.
Oh, well, we'll get to that in my currently reading.
Okay, because I could not.
I went down a small rabbit hole trying to find one particular book.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to upgrade my Everand subscription to read it, which is obnoxious. Because it was written in the 1830s.
Don't do it, Becky.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
good.
not. I think I actually have a credit on Audible I might use for it.
Yeah, you should do that instead. Because when my mom updated the subscription over, it like messed everything up. And we couldn't, it was like they only allow that one. Like you get one a month or something. And I'm like, I'm sure there's more to it that I just couldn't figure out. And my mom couldn't figure out. But it was like, we couldn't listen to anything else. And that's like the whole point.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So.
That's cool though. You're going to be reading history.
Yes.
That's a cool little like, I guess I can say goal.
Yeah.
I guess it's a goal. That's neat.
Yeah.
Good for you, Becky.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's cool. It's definitely underrepresented in our podcast because very unlikely am I going to be picking up a historical book. I'm just being honest. Very unlikely, especially if it's nonfiction. That's just probably not going to happen. Might happen.
Well, the Culper Ring was only an hour and 17 minutes, so it didn't take me very long at all. And Common Sense was only 2.5 hours.
See, that's nice though.
So
if you're gonna like be a psycho like me at the end of last year,
I'm not trying to be a psycho with how many books I read.
Yeah, me
either.
But
and especially if I do end up reading the one book that I'll talk about in a minute after you get done. It's like a 15-hour book, I think.
Okay.
So it might take me a while.
You're right. Common Sense by Thomas Paine, though, sounds interesting.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very interesting. It gives you... Also, this version of Common Sense, I think, had, like, notes by other people or another person, because it was explaining some of what he was saying. Like, when he talked about certain things, it would say... For instance, he had negative things to say about Catholics. And Catholics are wonderful people. But there was a time in history when Catholics were not lovely people.
Yeah.
And they used to murder you if you didn't agree with them. They used to force you to be Catholic if you didn't want to be Catholic. And a lot of times when they talk about heretics, it's just Christians that they didn't agree with and were angry that they had the audacity to disagree with them.
Nerve.
So when he says negative things about Catholics, it's because Catholics were not nice people.
Yeah.
And sorry if I offended anyone, but it's historically accurate. So then it had to explain why he was saying negative things about Catholics, which is a little weird because I feel like everyone kind of knows that history about them, but well, maybe not. So
maybe not.
But so there was some of that, and there were some explanations about King Charles when he was talking about how King Charles broke the contract and this and that, and so there was a lot of explaining going on about different things. So I think that there was, and it doesn't really say when I click on here. Oh no, what happened? It didn't really say if that was accurate. But, I like this description. It says, for readers drawn to crisp, revolutionary prose that distills the raw urgency of political awakening into plain, blazing language. Ideal if you like reflective, slow-paced essays with an informative edge, no characters, no lore, just the electric moment when ideas spark revolt.
I think it's funny they have to say no characters, no lore.
Right.
That is something you should know.
That's funny.
Although aren't we all sort of characters in the book of life?
Yes, we are. I'm a character for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh, okay. So what have I finished?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Like, what do I do now? I've only finished one book, and it was The Teacher by Frieda McFadden. I think it told me that I took like 20 days or something to read this.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is true. I started it a while ago. I think, when did I start it? Let me see. Okay. I mean, that's not that bad. I started it December 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
And I found it on Everand, so I was listening to it. And then, Christmas and busy and whatever, Stetson's birthday and stuff. So I wasn't really listening except just off and on. Until last night, I was able to finish listening to it. I had also downloaded it on my Kindle because it's also on Kindle Unlimited. And I was like, well, maybe I'll read this so I can finish something. Just finish one of the 4 books that I was reading. So I did that. It was interesting. I kind of saw ultimately how the end was going to happen. I kind of saw that coming, but it was like, it was still written good and enjoyable and entertaining and sort of surprising.
Mm-hmm.
There was another little subplot twist at the end, little tidbit that she kind of threw in, and that one was like, what? That one was a little jarring. So this is the description. I think I've maybe read the description already on here. I'm not sure. Lesson number 1. Trust no one. Eve has a good life. She gets up each day, gets a kiss from her husband Nate, and heads off to teach math at the local high school. All is as it should be, except last year, Kasem High was rocked by a scandal, with one student, Addie, at its center. And this year, Eve is dismayed to find the girl in her class. Addie can't be trusted. She lies, she hurts people, she destroys lives. At least that's what everyone says. But nobody knows the real Addie. Nobody knows the secrets that could destroy her. And Addie will do anything to keep quiet. So that's all I've got for the description, which is... I feel like it's slightly misleading, but it's good. I liked the story. I don't know. I feel like Addie is at the center of the story, I guess, but more so, I think a lot of the chapters focus on Eve, the teacher, which the book is called The Teacher, and you find out why. But, yeah, it was good. Although it took me a little while to actually read it, I never really forgot what happened, and I found myself still interested in wanting to know how everything was going to turn out in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So that is officially the first book I have finished in this year, the year of our Lord, 2026. So that is kind of a bland way to open the year. But not bad. It was a good book. I liked it. I liked it more than... I had just finished Ward D by Frieda McFadden, and I was not very impressed with that one. I'm sorry. What's happening?
I was looking for my water.
Okay.
I didn't want to kick
Do you want
over.
it?
No, I just didn't want to kick it over.
Okay. Just making sure I can get it. I'm just making sure. And before, my first Frieda McFadden was The Boyfriend, and that one, like, blew my socks off. Like, it just shocked me. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, why have I not read Frieda McFadden? And then I read Ward D, and it was okay, but I was not very impressed. And I was like, well, could have lived without it, honestly. So I was like, well, I'm still going to try to read some Frieda McFadden because she has so many thrillers, and a lot of people really like her books. And her books are pretty clean, actually. For thrillers, they're not, like, super explicit in anything. Like, there might be some cussing here and there, but they're not, like, sexually explicit. They're not super vulgar. So I've only read 3. But so far, they're really not that bad. So... And I remember thinking that there was a scene that happened in this story, and I was like, this is about to get upsetting. And then it was just more like, and then this happened, and then it was the next day, and I was like, oh, okay. Good for you, Frieda McFadden. Good for you. So I liked it. I want to read The Housemaid, which my sister-in-law got me. It was very nice of her. And it's about to be there's some kind of adaptation. I don't know if it's a movie. I don't remember. I don't know if it's a show. But there's some kind of adaptation. And
adaptation?
Yes. Thank you. That was... I don't know why... I was saying adaptation?
Yeah, you were just abbreviating. And
when I was saying it, I was like... Something's off. But, yes. Adaptation. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Adaption. We're adapting. So, yeah. I want to read that. It's like a trilogy. So, depends on how good the first one is, I guess, which is now one I have. I don't know. She's got several books I would like to try. So, there's that. I am currently reading a couple things, but I want to hear what you're currently reading.
Okay, I'm currently reading 2 things. We all know, because I read from it, that I'm currently reading Just Stab Me Now by Jill Bearup. Let me pull this up, because I actually have a physical book with me. Ta-da!
There you go. Look at there.
You can see it. This is my niece's book, actually, so I must take good
Get my
care of
coffee
it.
away from it.
No, it's fine. I don't think that will spill on it.
Becky.
The other book that I'm reading is, okay, we're going to talk about the rabbit hole I went down for a minute to tell where I got to this. So in the book about the Culper ring, one of the things that they talked about that was probably, well, had nothing to do with the Culper ring really, was James Fenimore Cooper. I'm sure everyone knows that name. He's an author, and his books are now classics. He wrote The Last of the Mohicans. Huge movie when I was in high school, I think. Maybe middle school. And there was a TV show called, what was that? Hawkeye. I think that was based on Last of the Mohicans, because I think Chingachgook is one of the main characters in the book, and he was in Hawkeye. Anyway, he wrote a book about the Culper ring, but it was like loosely based on them, and it's called The Spy. And so I was looking that up, and that's one of the books that I can't read on Everand, because I don't know why. I guess James Fenimore Cooper is still very popular, even though he wrote in the 1830s. So I couldn't read that. So then, because he's very popular, it had all the other books that he had, which Last of the Mohicans is one of the books, and apparently it's like split into 3 books because it's so thick or whatever. I don't know. I didn't understand the explanation.
Yeah.
Let me go on Everand real quick and see, because then I went, is it messing up?
I don't know.
So the first one is the Deer Slayer, and then I don't remember what the second one is, or the third. Oh, the Pathfinder, I think, is one of them. And maybe the Pioneers, the Sources of the, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. It's a tribe name.
Yeah. Susquehanna, maybe?
Maybe. So anyway, I did finally find one that I could actually listen to.
Mm-hmm.
This guy sounds like it's the most boring book he's ever read in his life, which makes it boring.
Yeah.
I'm like, this book is about like battles and suspense, and he's reading it like this.
Oh my goodness.
So I stopped listening to that, but I'm gonna see if I can listen to it on Audible, like a different, obviously not this.
Have you tried the Libby app?
No.
You could try the Libby app.
I could.
And just hook it up to your nearest library. And...
I tried to download it one time, and I guess I was confused or something, or too stupid to use it. So anyway, that led me to what I'm currently reading, which is...
You sounded like me. Started way over here to get over here.
More classic American short stories. Why are you playing? Nobody told you to play. That's not even what I'm listening to, is it? I don't think that's accurate. Let me pull this up. No, that's not it. I just clicked on something. The top 10 short stories, the 1880s, of the 1880s. So there's the authors that are in here are Thomas Hardy, Frank Stockton, Ambrose Bierce, Rudyard Kipling, Anton Chekhov. So some of those names are recognizable. The current story that I'm listening to in that is called The Nose by Nikolai Gogol. Strange story. It's so bizarre. The first story I skipped because I read it last year and I don't remember which one it was now. But it was one of my short stories that I read, like Dracula or something like that.
Oh.
It wasn't Dracula, but anyway.
Right. No, you read Dracula.
Yeah. No, I mean, the first one, so it's the top 10 stories. So the first of the 10 was something I already read. So I see.
Okay.
So I skipped it, and I'm listening to the second one, which is The Nose. I don't know if anyone's ever read this book, this short story.
Oh, I gotta look it up now.
So the guy is a barber.
The Nose, who's it by again? Nikolai Gogol.
Yes.
Okay.
It's about, he's a barber in Russia. Yes.
I mean, that's obviously a different cover, but
right.
It's got a little hiker or something.
So it starts off, he's sitting down to eat. He and his wife apparently don't have a great relationship. He's eating breakfast, or he goes to eat breakfast, and he unwraps something, and it's a nose. And his wife is like, whose nose is that? You just cut off somebody's nose?
What's wrong with you?
And he's looking at the nose, and then he all of a sudden recognizes it, and it's one of his clients. So then he tries to get rid of the nose or something, and I think I zoned out for a second, which you should never do in a strange story.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because at one point he's walking down the road, and he's got the nose in his hand, and I think he was going to throw it into the river, but this police officer sees him. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm on my way to my client's house. And he's like, I don't believe you. But then I don't remember what happens between that and the next day he wakes up and he's totally missing his nose. His nose is gone. And he's like looking at himself in the mirror, and he's like,
where's my nose?
It's so weird. I don't I'm not sure where I am in the story, since it's a compilation of 10 stories.
Yeah.
But y'all, it's really weird.
It says on Amazon, the description of just The Nose is, The Nose is a satirical short story by Nikolai Gogol, written during his time living in St. Petersburg. During this time, Gogol's works were primarily focused on the grotesque and absurd with a romantic twist. Okay.
I want to know what the romantic twist is going to be.
Falls in love with his own nose. I'm going to add it to my Kindle Unlimited books. See what happens.
Yeah.
That's funny. You've been diving into like classic short stories.
Yeah.
What would be considered classic now. And some of their stories are weird.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm okay with a weird story as long as it somehow makes like linear sense. You know what I mean? Like, if it can just make sense somehow.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. He said he's missing his nose. What? Oh my gosh. Well.
So weird.
I'm reading some stuff. I am reading. I still have The Infection by Craig DiLouie on here, and I plan on reading that. I think I need to pause it though on here.
Probably should.
Oh, it is paused. Okay.
That was smart.
So it is paused. It's just still under my currently reading, which I didn't think that they stayed there when you paused it, but whatever.
Well, my paused ones are not under there. So.
I thought so. Oh, now it says pause. Maybe I should refresh it. Okay, now it's gone. Okay. Apparently I did not pause it.
That's
whatever.
funny.
Nothing wrong with that story. I just have not sat there and tried and chose to read it. What's wrong with me?
There's a lot. Where did it begin?
We're adapting. Can't believe I was saying adapting for adaptation. Oh. I'm still technically reading. Not technically. I am actively reading. Fugitive. Telemetry. How would you
say? That's a big word. Yeah.
Telemetry. That's what I feel like that rolls off my tongue better than trying to say like telemetry. I don't know.
It's probably tomato.
You're right. By Martha Wells. I actually don't know if I've talked about this. Maybe I have.
I haven't. I don't think so.
Well, I've been reading it for a little while. Yeah.
Surprise, everybody.
Well, I started it on December 28th, Stetson's birthday. So.
Well, that might be why you haven't said anything. Because
Yeah.
I don't think we recorded after that except our first.
You're right. You're right. That makes sense. So it's the 6th book in the Murderbot Diaries.
Okay.
And it's kind of murder mystery-ish.
Cool.
By what's happening. Yeah, so I'm just going to read the description. I know I've not been describing these Murderbot books very well because they're just sort of... You'd have to read them to understand what's happening. You know what I mean? And I'm in the 6th book. Like, I can't tell you what's happened in the other books. So, okay. This is the description on Storygraph. No, I didn't kill the dead human. If I had, I wouldn't dump the body in the station mall. Set before Network Effect. I didn't realize that. Okay, so it's set before the 5th book.
Okay.
Okay, so it's... I didn't realize that. That kind of makes sense. When Murderbot discovers a dead body on Preservation Station, it knows it is going to have to assist station security to determine who the body was, how they were killed, that should be relatively straightforward at least, and why, because apparently that matters to a lot of people. Who knew? Yes, the unthinkable is about to happen. Murderbot must voluntarily speak to humans. So stupid. This robot it hates people. It's so funny. But like loves certain people. It's just funny.
That's very funny.
So this one's a shorter book. It's only 172 pages. 172. I just have not. I've just been. We've been busy, and then I've also just been like. Stetson's going through this little phase where. It's like he doesn't want to take a nap. So it's like I'm
good times.
Yeah, but he does. But he's been fighting it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he needs the nap, but he's been fighting it. And so I've been like having a chunk of time sort of taken away where I can read.
Where you have to fight the 2-year-old monster.
Yeah, the little. I call him a hobgoblin. So it's whatever. I'm not like. I'm really trying hard not to pressure myself to just read.
Right.
Because I feel like I enjoyed most of the books I read last year, but I do feel like it took some of the joy out of just the act of reading because I was like really pushing myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just, I know I've said this last episode with our statistics, but I just want to chill a little bit. I'm chilling right now.
Well, I think that last year kind of makes sense because the year before when you were pregnant, you didn't really, or not the year, you weren't pregnant the year before last, but when you were pregnant, you didn't really have the desire to read.
Yeah.
Or like you would feel sick when you were reading something which made you not want to read it.
I think about that sometimes.
And so like now you can read, so you're like catching up.
Right.
So I feel like, okay, you got that out of your system, you're back into the
I
groove.
can like shake it off.
Yeah. So this will be a more normal year, I think.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So too. That was reassuring.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, thanks. I think about the fact that I got nauseous reading several books when I was pregnant because even if I try to pinpoint what those books are and envision the cover and everything, I get nauseous.
Oh.
Like to this day.
That's so sad.
I know.
Because you can't go back and reread them.
I can't even like look at them. Like it's so silly. That's something I had never experienced until I was pregnant, and I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." And it only lasted a little while. Thank God. I would have just. I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't have read. Like,
oh no.
So I'm reading that. I only have like an hour and a half maybe left. I've mainly been reading it on my Kindle at night. But it's on Everand. So I was like, I'm just gonna like sit here in the living room and play Spyro on my Nintendo Switch and listen to my audiobook. So
Smart.
that's what I've been doing. I need to crochet. Still haven't finished several things. So that's what I'm technically reading on my Kindle / now on Everand. And I'm reading, I don't know why I brought that up, because let me just throw stuff out of the way. I'm reading, where's the camera? There's this, Earth Abides by George R. Stewart. And it is...
Oh, you've made significant progress.
I have. And these are all dog ears of things I thought were interesting, or like quotey areas, maybe.
Yeah.
And then this is a chunk where I was reading it on my Kindle, and I've highlighted stuff in my Kindle that I want to go back and find it, and well, at least dog ear it, at least just be able to find the page. So yeah, I've made a good chunk. I'm still only like 55% of the way through.
Wow.
I'm really enjoying it a lot. I'm gonna read the back. So to refresh y'all's memory.
She doesn't know how to read. No,
I don't. This is actually all a lie. I'm just making up stuff. I'm talented. All of these stories are actually my own. Can you imagine? Isherwood Williams loved to visit his family's vacation cabin to retreat from the demands of society. But one day, while out hiking, Ish is bitten by a rattlesnake, and the solitude he sought takes on a dire new significance. He is sick for days and often delirious, once waking to find 2 strangers peering in at him from the cabin door, then rushing away in fright, without offering to help him. Not long after, the coughing begins. Ish suffers chills and fever and a measles-like rash, but he survives. One of the few people in the world to live through it, but he doesn't know that yet. When he finally feels like himself again, Ish leaves the mountain to return home and notices the strangeness immediately. No cars pass him on the road. The gas station not far from his cabin looks abandoned, and he is shocked to see the corpse of a man untended on the roadside near town. Because of his isolation, Ish is unaware that humankind had suffered a lethal pandemic.
Of course you love this book. Although it does sound very cool.
It's very nice, actually. It's a little slow-paced. But with stories like this, I like it to be... I don't mind it to be a little slow-paced. Because it really lets you sit there and think, you know? Literally, though, it starts right away. Like, you open up with him, like, hiking, or he's, like, rock climbing or something, and he immediately, first page, like, you're not past the first page, he gets bit by the rattlesnake, and then it's like, oh, all downhill from here. So, he then goes back, treats his wound, and is, like, kicking himself because he's like, oh, stupid. They told me this, they told me that, I should have been paying more attention. And I think this is set, I think he lives in California. It starts off in California, like in the northern region of California. And then, he has the sickness, and he, in a, delirious fever dream, like, state, wakes up and is like, there's 2 men in his house. And he's like, oh, thank you, can you help me? And they're like, oh, he's awake. And he says, I'm sick, can you help me? And they're like, oh, heck no. And they hightail it out of there. And he's very confused by that. Like, why wouldn't they help me? Mm-hmm. And then once he survives all this sickness, he is like, well, now that I've survived, I should probably head home, maybe just go see my family, maybe get it looked at a little bit more. And as he's, like, packing up and getting ready, he's like, I've been isolated. And this is well before cell phones and stuff. So nobody's called him on the landline. He's not seen anybody. But it doesn't click in his head for, like, 2 weeks. He's not seen or interacted with anyone. And then he heads home and he realizes there's nobody around. There's nobody in the stores. There's nobody walking on the road. There's no cars. And it's written just so well. Because it's like, he was out vacationing at this cabin before he was going to, like, start a thesis for school, a thesis project for school. But, so it starts off with, like, little sections of the book near the ends, not the ends of the chapter, but kind of like after something significant happens, is like what his thesis information would have been.
Mm-hmm.
And it changes because then he starts to realize, you know, there's something crazy has happened, and he's like quite possibly the last person alive. He doesn't know. And so he's decided that, well, I guess it's my job to observe what is happening to the world now that people are suddenly gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so now that the little, like, informative paragraphs turn into what he is noticing about nature. And, you know, like, a dam is eventually going to break because nobody's there to maintain it. And just things like that. And it was very... I'm not done with it. I'm saying it like past tense, like I'm done with it. But it is very interesting. I'm really enjoying it. It actually makes me think a lot about The Stand by Stephen King, which I really, really liked. Naturally, it's like the same kind of story.
Right.
And then on the back, yeah. It influenced many, including Stephen King. And I was like, definitely.
Oh.
Like, I could tell, like, reading this, it's like, he would have had... I immediately thought about The Stand. Like, it had, like, the same thing. Same. But he eventually does interact with people again.
Oh, okay.
He finds some people here and there, has interactions with them, whether they're positive or negative. You'll have to read the book to find out. But eventually he finds somebody else who he would like to live out the rest of his life with.
Mm-hmm.
And she feels the same way. And then they start meeting other people, and they all just, they want to, like, they've, like, taken on this job of, like, keeping civilization going. And it's interesting. There were some parts where I was like, this is going to get scary to read. Like, his, I guess she's his wife, because obviously, like, the going through the steps of being married is not really a possible thing now. Like, you can't go through the courthouse or anything, but they're married now. And so she wants to have a baby, and she's like, they're worried about, like, how the birth is going to go. Like, there's nobody around.
There's no hospital.
There's no hospitals. And I was like,
no midwives.
this is going to be scary to read. I don't want to read this. I don't want to stress out about this. And then it skips, and it's like, oh, everyone's fine.
Women had children for thousands of years without hospitals.
I know. But it's like, oh, so scary to think to not have a backup plan like that in modern age. But I was glad that it, like, skipped ahead, and it was like everybody was fine. Like, it went okay.
That scared me.
I should really turn that off. It's the air compressor again. It probably woke Ella up. Can you hear? I think you can barely hear it in here. I was relieved, though, when it skipped ahead and she didn't, there was no serious emergency or anything. Mm-hmm. She didn't die in childbirth and leave him with the baby. Like, everything was okay. And I liked that. I liked that it wasn't super stressful.
Yeah.
So, it's interesting. I'm enjoying it. It's slow paced. I was really hoping to be done with it by now, though, just because I need to read that book. Which is... It probably scared the crap out of them. The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek by Michele Richardson.
When do you have to have that read by?
Next Tuesday.
At least it's not tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. That would not happen. Oh, yeah.
She's in Minnesota.
I'm in Minnesota. I was really, like, okay, I'll just read this. And it was going well, but, now Stetson's fighting his naps and stuff, so I'm like, not having a whole lot of time. Unless I want to stay up all night.
We don't like that.
Yeah. So, and I was like, I'm going to get this done before... a couple days before the book club.
You have plenty of time.
Apparently it's very good. The font's not too big. Too small. So I've just got to get it done. I've just got to get it done. I guess I'll read what this is about. The folks of Troublesome Creek have a scrap for everything. Scrape for everything. Everything except books, that is. Thanks to Roosevelt's Kennedy Pack Horse Library Project. Troublesome's got its very own traveling librarian, Cussie Mary Carter. Cussie's not only a bookwoman, however, she's also the last of her kind. Her skin a shade of blue, unlike most anyone else. Not everyone is keen on Cussie's family or the government's new book program, and along her treacherous route, Cussie faces doubters at every turn. If Cussie wants to bring the joy of books to the complex and hardscrabble Kentuckians, she's going to have to confront dangers and prejudice as old as the Appalachians. Appalachians! Sorry. And suspicion as deep as the holler. Inspired by the true blue-skinned people of Kentucky and the brave and dedicated Kentucky Pack Horse Library Service of the 1930s. Isn't that interesting?
Very.
Yeah. It's some kind of skin condition. My mom actually already finished it. And she had called me or something, and she was like, I didn't realize that it was like a real condition. And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah. So.
My people would be upset with you not knowing how to pronounce Appalachia.
I know. Appalachians. Appalachians. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah. I'm reading Earth Abides, and I'm reading Fugitive Telemetry, and I need to read The Bookwoman of Troublesome Creek, and I want to read other things. So, I don't know. I don't know why I brought my Kindle down. I guess in case I needed to show you. I guess I could show you. The teacher. But, that was on my phone, wasn't it? I didn't show you Fugitive Telemetry. Telemetry? Telemetry?
And that's something else you could comment on.
Yeah.
Let us know how badly we mess up pronunciations.
We.
I mess up sometimes.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the cover.
Let us know if you like our accents.
I don't know if you can even see that. Which way straight? There we go. You can't even see it.
Here, let me see if I can. I'm a little closer. We'll see. No. It's not straight. But there
Oh
we go.
well. All of the covers sort of look like that in the series. You know, kind of like a robot and other things going on. Whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's only, I think, 8 books in this series. So I'll be done soon, I guess, with it.
It's kind of sad when a series comes to an end.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a longer series. Like trilogies, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're with them longer when they're more than just 3 of them. So
Yeah. And that's all I've been saying is apparently, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do that to Austin, too. He'll be telling me stuff. I'm like, yeah. And he keeps talking, yeah. And then I realize, like, all I have said is yeah. Can't contribute.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of books on here I want to read. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about, but we're already recording for an hour.
Boo.
Yeah, guess I'll have to save it. Okay. So, yeah.
Talk about it. I mean, I gotta edit a little bit.
Okay. That's a little loud. So in the statistics video, I was talking about the buzzword challenge the booktuber Books and Lala does.
Yeah.
Her name is Kayla, I think. But her, like, handle on YouTube is Books and Lala. So I found things that match all the prompts.
Mm-hmm.
That are books that I would be interested in. Not just filling the prompt with the first thing I find. You know what I mean? So, The first one for January was Before or After. And this book is Before the Sink Overflows, which is a book I actually sent you because I thought maybe it would seem like something you might be interested in. Before the Sink Overflows. And it is on Everand.
Oh, okay.
Crackly. It says Before the Sink Overflows and Other Warning Signs of Hope. Where is it on here? Stop. It's like super annoying. Ooh. It's only 103 pages. It's a heartfelt short story collection about ordinary people facing quiet reckonings, second chances, and the hope that keeps us going. So, fun. Little short story collection, probably make me cry. Then February was Keyboard Keys. Now I've got a lot to choose from on here. I've got Just Play Along, which I think is a thriller. 3 Days in April, which I think is a sci-fi. The Cabin at the End of the World, which I think is like a thriller-y book. The Back of the Turtles, which I don't know what that one is about anymore. I don't remember, but it's been on my TBR for a long time. And then another book I just found, I think it's a horror book, and it's called Escape. So all of those have things that are on the keyboard, so I'll probably be posting a poll at some point if I can't pick which one to read for this specific challenge. Then March is This or That was the prompt. And I've got This Is How You Lose the Time War. And This Is a Love Story. And plot twist, I think I might read This Is a Love Story. I don't know yet. I can't even finish 2 books right now. So we'll see. Then April is ordinal numbers, which was first, second, third, whatever, that kind of format.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Ninth House, which is by Leigh Bardugo, which I've read 6 books of hers, and I really 6 of her books. That works. and I like them. I like her writing. I liked all of them so far. The Fourth Consort, which is a sci-fi. The Last Wish, which is a fantasy. Also, I'm going to send you all these screenshots of covers so they can pop up on the screen. Because I know I'm going through it. I'm not saying the authors' names because I don't have the authors' names written down on here.
You're not perfect.
Yeah, I know I'm not. You might think I am by what you see. May is actually the only one where there's one option because I had a very hard time finding something to fill the prompt, which was make or made in the title.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a thriller on my Kindle Unlimited list, which I'm constantly building onto it. And it is The Man Made of Smoke, which is a thriller. Mystery thriller, I think. So that's probably the only one I'll read for that. June is a one-word book title, which is, I've got 3 things on here. Wool, which is actually, I can think of the author's name right now, it's by Hugh Howey. And it is the start of a series. I think it's a sci-fi series. And then Engine, which is a kind of, it's a separate story, but it adds on and builds on to the Jurassic Park universe. And it's a horror take on this story. And then Cold by Drew Hayden Taylor. I wrote the author's name down. And I don't remember exactly what that's about. But I think I might try to read it soon because I'm going to go to Colorado and it's going to be cold. Anyway, then July was Jobs in the title. It's not the word. It's not the word. But jobs. Or things that are job titles. And I have The Terraformers, which is a sci-fi. And that's what they're called. That's their job. They're terraformers in the book. Wolvers, which is, I think, another kind of, I'm probably wrong. It's either fantasy or it's a literary fiction kind of story about people who are hunting wolves.
Oh.
And then the good pilot, Peter Woodhouse, which obviously he's a pilot. So that's the most realistic, reality-based job title so far. August was groups, societies, clubs, whatever in the title. And I have the Saturday Night Ghost Club, which is like a little I don't think it's an actual scary story, but it's like a kind of like a YA spooky-ish story. Then The Compound, which I don't remember much about that. I think it involves a cult. September is Me or My, whatever. I've got My Husband, which is a thriller. In My Boots, which is a nonfiction about somebody hiking the Appalachian Trail, actually. My Heart is a Chainsaw, which is a horror story, which is the start of a trilogy, I think. My Friends, which is like a literary fiction, which is by Frederick Bachman. And that's the only Frederick Bachman now that I haven't read, so I might read that one. October is Parts of the House. And I've got The Woman in the Window, which I actually own. And Every Heart a Doorway, which is like a fantasy thriller story. It's the first one of a whole series. Imagine Me Gone. And I can't remember if that's a thriller or not, but it feels like a thriller title. Do Not Become Alarmed. That's a thriller. And that's about somebody's child, I think, being abducted at the beach.
Oh.
And I don't know if I can get through that. Then we have... Oh. Did I say November? I didn't say November. Did I say November? No, I didn't. I started saying the other ones and I didn't say it was for November. Right?
I don't remember hearing that.
No,
so.
okay. I skipped things. Sorry. The Woman in the Window, Every Heart a Doorway. That's for October, which is the house, Parts of the House. November is like commands, like the title is telling you to do something, which that is Imagine Me Gone or Do Not Become Alarmed.
Okay,
Sorry.
that makes sense.
And actually then there's a third one, Survive the Night, which is a Riley Sager book. So, Then December is I can't think of what it's called. But when you're the best or the worst, is that something? I can't think of what the actual thing is.
Superlative.
But, yes, thank you.
Because you asked you said superlative in the last episode, and I was like, don't ask me what that means. I don't do grammar.
Oh, right. I remember that now. So the only one I could find is Worst Case Scenario, which is a book I want to read. Actually, before we go to Colorado, preferably, because it's about a plane and the worst case scenario of being on a plane. So...
Because, of course, we want to read about dying in a plane crash while we're on a plane.
Right. So I want to read it before so I don't have to think about it, because then I might not prioritize it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait.
She's weird, you guys. You probably know that by now.
You have to know that by now. So, yeah. And that was so chaotic because literally it's just scribbled all over here on this paper.
She's a scribbler.
I was jotting stuff down of what fits certain things, and I was like, okay, time to pick, because these are all books I'm interested in, so, I don't know. Hope I succeed in the thing.
I hope you do, too.
Thanks, Becky.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. That's it for me. Thank you, Kindred Spirits, as always, for listening. It's wonderful to know that there are so many of you in the world. I'm looking at the camera, but I don't know if it translates over here that I'm looking at the camera. So I hope you can tell I'm looking at you. I'm making eye contact. Okay, good.
Yeah, you're looking. It's like you're looking at the camera and you're looking into my soul right here.
Good. You are my kindred spirit. Thank you for listening. And we do have merchandise for sale. If you want to purchase any of it, yes, look at this gorgeous lady with this cute shirt. And that would be great advertising if you wore our shirt. We have bags, we have mouse pads, notepads. So lots of things. Let us know. We don't have a shop yet. One day we will. If you want anything,
Excuse me,
we'll
I'm
be
so
glad
sorry.
to sell it to you. It's okay. You're a mom. You're tired.
I'm so tired.
With a rambunctious 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
And then don't forget to check out Sideways Sheriff because he is our sponsor, our only sponsor. So if anyone like Duncan or or Storygraph would like to sponsor us, we wouldn't mind. But check him out. He's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. He's on all the things.
Mm-hmm.
And his videos are really cool, actually. I do watch them from time to time. They're very cool. If you like drifting, maybe if you liked racing, you'd like drifting if you haven't ever checked it out. It's pretty cool. So do that. And I think that's it. Austin, Tracy. That's it, right?
I think so.
All right. Well, check us out. We're also on TikTok now. And Miss Tracy's been doing that for us. We have 241 followers or something like that, which is great. If you guys get us up to 1,000, we can add a TikTok shop and we can put books and stuff in there. We would love to hit 100 on YouTube. Obviously, we'd love more than 100, but we're still stuck at 32. We've been there for quite a while. So help us. Like, comment, subscribe, share if there's a video that you really liked that you think other readers might enjoy. Just share it on Facebook and get it sent out there to the masses to watch. I'm trying to do reels on Instagram and Facebook, so look out for those. We have like 144 followers on Facebook now. Or something like that. So that's good. We got like 200 in one place, 100 in another place. We're going to get there. So help us. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please, please, please. And until next time, stay happily booked.
Bye.
Bye.